Hello everybody and welcome back to Oakfield Farm. I've just tried this field, field number 13, to see if it can be fertilised again. Naturally it turns out that it can't be just yet. We're going to have to wait another day or so. But as soon as we can do, we'll be fertilising one field per day. There's only 3 fields to do. I don't want to do all 3 together because obviously it would take up the entire episode and it would just be spraying. That's it. It would just be spraying on fertiliser spreading, which would be a bit repetitive. So what we're going to do is, just span it out over 3 episodes. Hopefully there is enough time. Yeah, there is. Because if we start on the 3rd day and finish on the 6th day, then everything will be done by the time it's ready to harvest, which will be perfect. So, before we use anything in the sprayer, we're going to finish everything in the spreader, which is on the back of the tractor. The reason why is because I don't want to use the sprayer first, as what's left in here is corrosive, and in real life it would start to rot the spreader. You shouldn't leave fertiliser actually in the spreader itself. So it's always best to empty it after each use, which I didn't do. So there we go, we'll park that up. I don't think we're going to need this tractor today. In fact, there isn't really anything in particular we can do. What I might do is actually pass some time and then go and spread a field in day 3. We'll likely start off with the small field 9, because that's the quickest to do. Then one of the big fields each day. So I have actually put the Land Rover in the shed over here. Found a good place for it. Very good mod, and I think it does suit the farm very well. So Virtual Farmer, the creator of this mod, actually did send me a link for a trailer which would go well with it. So I'm going to download that next time and get that in the game. It did, however, get me thinking, and I thought it'd be brilliant if we could get a conventional baler and then load the trailer of the Land Rover up with these smaller bales. Oh, also, I probably should just show you this as well. I have moved the combine harvester, and you can see by the dirt marks here how many attempts it took to get the header in that position and the combine there. Because I had it in that very strange angle, it was really weird, and yes, it was very hard to get it out. In fact, I do have a time-lapse of it. So if should we put it in? I'll show you it. But I think really, as that is now done, I hope you liked the reversing of the trailer, but yeah, as it is done, we should now pack things up again. This pit has to be available in the next few days because we're going to do the second cut as soon as we can do. I was just going to head down to the field number 50, the placeable field, because I've actually just downloaded a placeable which we could use. Now they have a mixed reaction on ModHub. I don't know why, because I never use them, but this particular mod at the time of recording has got a 3-star rating, which isn't too bad, but I don't know, maybe it's just rating abuse or there is something wrong with it, I don't know. We'll soon find out. But it is the Tech Farm Wool Storage Point, and actually this is one of, I think, 3 different mods which are very similar. There is a bale storage point, there is a wooden plank storage point, and the wool storage point. There might be another one too. It is quite expensive, but if it does what it says on the tin, it should be very useful. So we can very neatly store our wool. Do you think we should put it here? Or should it be... I'm just thinking, because we're going to have a pellet production area where we palletise the pellets. We don't actually have the pelleter itself yet, the machine which makes them. But I want to designate an area for that, so it probably shouldn't cut it in half. Should we put it around the corner? Like here. Yeah, I'll put it here. That could work quite well. Now hopefully, and I think it is, this field is flat. It is. See, it's very well made. The mod itself looks very good as well. Wool storage, stored objects I should say. Storage space, 110 total litres. So this all works, this sort of blackboard style updates as far as I'm aware, as we bring the pallets in. So I think to give it a go, as we have a full pallet waiting to be stored, we might as well bring it down. We're going to have to put the forks on instead of the bale spike. So we'll take this off first of all. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. And then I can be the judge of what I think of it, as well as what ModHub thinks of it, what everybody else does too. It is true though, because you really shouldn't go by the rating as such. If it's 5-star, usually it actually is a fantastic mod. But sometimes I have noticed this with other mods as well. If it's lower rating, even 2 stars, you could still download it and find out it's perfect. It could just be, for some reason, somebody or a group of people have just gone and spammed the 1-star rating. So although the rating system is useful to try and find the best mods, you shouldn't go by it. You should still try stuff out. Oh, there's the forks. Yes, I think what we're going to do is we're going to skip a day, or skip the rest of today. 2 reasons. 1 is we have nothing else to do except for this, and 2, we should be able to then fertilise one of the fields. And actually 3, the other wool pallet might be almost full by then, so it might be worth doing. Unless it is full now. I'm not entirely sure. This one wasn't 100%, but it was full enough. 96%. So we're going to put it in the storage point. As far as I can gather, the storage point, you actually put it in the trigger, it disappears, and then you can sort of dispense it again. From what I can gather from reading the ModHub description. I might be wrong. We'll soon find out. So if that isn't how it works, we'll see. What I'd like to do is put it in and then get it out again, and then put it in again, just to see exactly how it does function. Okay, so here we are. Let's put it inside. So as you can see, it's stacked up the sacks. It's actually taken them out of the cage and off the pallet. If you want to get them out again, press R, choose what it is, obviously it's a wool pallet, and then just press the number which you want to get out. So 1 pallet, press OK, and there it is again in the spawn box. So that seems to be very good. Why has this mod, at the time of recording this, only got 3 stars? Why? You see, that is a perfect example of why the rating system doesn't always work. Because to me, that does exactly what it's supposed to do. 5 stars. Well, I suppose you could argue and say, well, you haven't used it that much, you've just basically put 1 pallet in and got it out again. There could be an underlying glitch, but I can't see a problem with it. It seems to be pretty good. So I'm going to give my personal rating there, a preliminary rating of 5 stars. If it keeps going without any problems in the future, we're sticking with 5 stars. I'll rate it myself on ModHub, try and boost it. So with that done, let's go and get the next one once we have slept. There really is nothing for me to do. Waiting for the crops to grow, or the grass to grow, is quite a long-winded job. It is a very early time to go to bed, but at least we can make the most of the next day. The Christmas tree is still up. Right, bedtime is up here. That sounds so childish. It's bedtime. Right, good night. Good morning. We have just made £2,871 on the milk, which is pretty good. Did we sleep with the front door open? I think we did, you know. Oh, no, we didn't. Good. Obviously, we've got the vehicle running costs, property maintenance and stuff, animal upkeep, but overall, we've done pretty well. So hopefully, with it being a nice, bright and early morning, the sheep will have produced quite a bit of wool. After all, we do have 103. At least we did have 103, unless we have acquired some more. Let me just see. Yeah, 103. Ah, they need some hay. Well, that can be easily sorted. We should be able to give them an entire bale, hopefully. It is indeed full. I'll just nudge that to the side. I'm hoping, providing that stays within the trigger box, it won't spawn another one. It should continue to fill that same one. So there's the hay bales. We'll get one of those in a second. But first, we have some wool to store until the better prices come in. Which again, I'm hoping won't be too long. So, try and get those times straight. I'm terrible at that. 2,000, so this is the first actual full pallet. And we can obviously add to our storage barn another 4 full sacks, which means we should have a total of 8. 7 full ones and 1 which is virtually full. I can see this being a productive day. This is the great thing though about storing stuff. If you ever feel... Interesting. Okay. Seems to have come out again. I don't know if it's supposed to. I don't know. That might be a problem. Possibly. Well, all we can do is hope that it's revised if that is a glitch. But I still like it. I still like the mod itself. Most mods do have glitches to begin with, and if they're fixed straight away, then they're still really good. Anyway, minor technicality. The wall likes to escape at night, but it doesn't matter. Yes, so let's go over here. We'll go and jump into the Claas tractor. We'll start spreading. If we do turn out that we need to do some more fields, then we can do field number 30, whatever it is. 13? Yeah, 13. And 34. But I don't think it will be. I think it'll just be the one field today. It all comes down to how grown the grass is. If it has regrown fully, we'll start to cut. But if it hasn't, we'll be spreading. Right, okay, so we have 2015 litres in here. Shame it wasn't 2018. That would have been better. So to fill number 9 to begin with, we'll do that first. And then we'll come back and give the sheep their hay. They do have some hay, so they'll be fine for the time being. But it must be done within the next hour. Oh no. We're losing power. Oh, look at that. That proves that it is ready to fertilise once again, because the growth stage has updated. So the last thing we'll be doing with that field is spraying it off, even though it is still in flower. Technically it should lose its flowers first. But we're not being super realistic, we're just being semi-realistic. A lot of people like it when I use the beacons, so there you go. Beacons are on. And it will actually be quite interesting to see the grass. I think it will have actually regrown, since all the crops have progressed with their growth. The grass should be no exception. I can very simply check the map. I might do that. But as we're going to be so close to field number 8 and field number 10, we should be able to see for ourselves. But yeah, I would say that it won't be the lime green colour anymore. It will actually be dark green. That car never goes anywhere. They must be... they must either live around here, or it's been abandoned. So there's the field we're going to spread today. Looking healthy. Looking very healthy. And the gateway is somewhere here. I usually shoot past it without noticing. Here we go. So we'll open this up first of all, obviously, otherwise we're going to drive straight into it. And we'll probably start on this side and work our way across. As it is a fairly straight field, rectangular field, we shouldn't really have to do too much headland work first. There's the gate shut. Okay, shall we do one headland? It might be easier, I suppose. There's the grass field. Oh, maybe it hasn't grown at all. Well, it doesn't matter. There's plenty of time for it to regrow. It's only the 3rd month of summer. Oh, actually no, it's the... What is it? It's the second half of the second month. Well, that is definitely working, so we can now fertilise every field. I'll just head down here and show you the grass field, then we'll do a quick time lapse, and I think after that we'll go and do the feeding of the sheep. Yep, that has started to regrow, but it hasn't really progressed very much. So we'll leave it a couple more days and it should be perfect. Ready to do our silaging. Okay, there we go. So before we do leave, I better just check. Yep, the odd piece is missed here and there, but overall, the majority of the field is now 90% more productive, which is going to make a huge difference to the yield. And we really do need to have a good yield on every field, because otherwise we're going to have no straw, or not very much straw. That was a foolish idea. Most of the fields are oilseed rape anyway, so there won't be any. I think this is actually the only field of wheat I'm doing this time round, but next time we'll have much more. Anyway, if I just pull over here, shut the gate again, and then we'll head back down to the farm and do the feeding. Right, okay. But yeah, it should be very quick, giving the sheep their food. Just, oh, I'm going to slow down a bit. Just, yeah, single bale should suffice for a long time. Probably more than 3 days, because even though seasons will restrict it to 3 days, the bales are a fairly large capacity, and it still takes the entire thing. So probably 4 days, but it will depend on the amount of sheep, obviously. So as we now do have 100 sheep, or more, we might even have to give them 2 bales. Which wouldn't really bother me, because we do have all these bales to use. Right, so here is the farm. We're just coming around the back of the walled storage point, if you don't know the map yet. I wonder if we should do anything with the ground in there. Like, do you think we should turn it to concrete or something? Or should it just stay as dirt? Because dirt doesn't look that appealing. But I suppose, after all, it is just an industrial area. It doesn't really need to be anything special. But hard-standing concrete would be quite good. Put this in here. Doesn't really fit with the baler at that angle, but hopefully I can squeeze it in. Okay, into the Merlo. We could keep the fork on. I think we will do. Although, actually, it's only here, so we'll just swap it over very quickly. The Merlo has another job. Also, actually, as soon as we do get the straw for the cows, we should start producing the manure. I'm not entirely sure why there's no slurry yet. We'd probably have to muck them out ourselves. In fact, they did, didn't they? They were accumulating manure. So we're going to have to get a bucket. We'll get a bucket for the Merlo. Right, so there is the bale fork. Let's just unfold it, put the spikes on. I think I'll take 2, just to play it safe. We can always bring one back. We will be coming back anyway. So we'll go for these 2 here. It's always good to have a good supply. Two big Hestons. It probably is unlikely that they'll have to have 2. Because after all, they are just sheep. They don't eat as much as the cows do. But with there being 100 of them, it's going to consume quite a bit. Here we are, sheep. We bring food for you. Much to your delight. Now, their food trough isn't 100% empty. If we just take a look, you can see it's got 370 litres in it, but if you think about it, 370 litres is quite a bit, and the fill bar is barely showing up. So yeah, it probably will take both of these. Now they will just disappear, so don't blink. Yep. And it is full. It is over full, but that is a good thing. The other thing they're going to require is water. At the moment, they're okay, but as soon as we get into full swing with other jobs, we might start to forget. In fact, the cows could do with some hay too. So yes, I'll give the cows some hay and the sheep some water. I'll risk leaving the gate open just quickly. We'll bring the water straight away. I'm really keen to keep on top of the animals just because I don't want them to die, and we really need to keep the productivity up to keep reproducing the animals and also keep a lot of wool coming in from the sheep and a lot of milk coming in from the cows. Now I think I might do pigs eventually because of the reason why I said yesterday or 2 days ago, because it's now easier to give them a lot of pig food in one go. Originally you had to buy them pig food in the pallets, which was a bit slow, but as I've mentioned, there is this pig food trigger, so you can fill up an entire trailer, and to me that is just such an ingenious idea. It means that feeding them will be dead easy. It will be expensive though, but hopefully it pays off. I won't buy any pigs though until we have established the sheep and the cows, because even at the moment we don't have many cows and I do want to have some more, so we can't rush into it. Plus we need to buy some more land as well. Here you go, sheep. Water. Enjoy. Now we'll close the gate and make sure nobody escapes. Oh, I'm flying. I'm flying. It's because I have just done a screenshot and I thought I'd press J to stop us from flying, but no, we're still flying. So I'll have to turn it off in a second. Right, we'll go straight to the cows, give them the water first, then come back for a hay bale, and then that'll be the cows sorted too. As for the power food, I think everybody knows that you don't need to have the straw anymore. It's just due to the mixture, which that particular feeder is doing, because it's smaller, it means that with the bales we've got, it is quite hard to get the power food mix. If all the bales were the same size, say 4,000 litres per bale, it would be easier. Right, just very quickly do this. There we go. Still very wet around here. So water is over here. As you can see, we've only just done it really. The grass is still crushed. And that's them done as well. And yes, they need to be mucked out. So I think really, to finish off, we'll give them a hay bale and then muck them out, and then that should be us done for today. Then next time, we'll continue the spraying or fertiliser spreading and hopefully start some grass work again. If I could afford another field I would do, I'd buy one, but I don't think I'll be able to get one in the near future. Not until we've sold some wool. Now if we do get another great demand for the wool, we will sell it. Otherwise we'll have to wait until the winter. Now luckily there is a hay bale on its own in here, so we can make use of it. I don't think the cows will need to. we only have a few cows. And then we'll leave here and go straight to the store. I'm only assuming that we don't have a bucket already. I don't think we do. Also, which trough? I suppose, yeah, the outside trough is probably best for this bale. Yep. The cow's thinking, good grief, my trough just filled up. I'm not having any of this, I'm off. So look, we've got green on everything except for power food. So as soon as we get a different power food mixer, yeah, it'll be all 100%. And yes, we're on the older version of Seasons, in case anybody was wondering. I will update next time I change the save game. Better shut this, and then we'll drop off the front attachment. But before we go anywhere, I will of course check our garage just to see if there is a bucket, but I'm 99% sure there isn't one. Right. Telehandlers, bucket, no, nothing. So we're going to buy one. Already 10:30, I can't believe it. We started at about 4 something, 4:30. Okay, here we are. So we've got the Telehandler Bucket ready to buy. 2,800 litres. Look at that, it spawned right in front of us. Couldn't have been better. That is quite a big bucket though, because this Merlo doesn't seem that big. I suppose it's small but powerful. In fact, let me just... I really shouldn't do this, but as there's only 3 left, I try and scoop up this pallet and take that back too. Ooh, it went through it. Oh well. As long as we get it back, it's fine. Oh dear, it's just backflipped. Right, okay, back to the farm. Let's do some muck clearance and yeah, we'll call it a day after that. I should also, yeah, I mentioned this a few episodes back, you should always turn off the 4-wheel steer if you're on the road. I did do the first time, but ever since I keep forgetting. You should only be in 2-wheel steer on a UK road. But I won't change it now in case we go into crab mode. I really don't want to be crabbing around the roundabout. Almost back, so yeah, this field here hasn't really grown either. But it's to be expected, and as nothing else has. So I think what I'll do is I'll drop the pallet in one of the barns closest to the baler. I don't think the baler will have space for them yet because we didn't do many bales since filling up the wrap. But it's just an extra supply for when we do need it. You can see the water bowser up there. So yeah, I don't really know what to make of the wall storage point. I'm going to reserve judgment, really. I would give it a 5-star if it was just a one-off thing when it throws the wall out the front. I'd also give it a 5-star if it's fixed straight away, if it is an issue. If it's never fixed, I would give it a 4-star because the idea is very good, but it's kind of annoying if it is going to keep throwing the wall out the front. So we will see. And if it is updated, I'll let you know in a future video, or you can obviously keep an eye on ModHub and you'll be able to see. So I've put the wrap there. I should remember it's there because it's fairly obvious. But yeah, where should we... I think there is a storage point for the manure around here. There is, yep. So we'll put it into that area. Open this gate up. There looks to be quite a bit of manure, so I should think we'll be doing a few loads here. Hopefully there's no cows in the way. Let's see how quickly the bucket fills. It's not filling too fast. Might fit it in one. Is that clearing? It is, good. It is a big bucket though. Oh, hello cow. Scrape this side. The cows have come to see what's going on. Inquisitive cows. And finally. Oh, hello cow. It's another cow. There were none in here before. They only come in when they're watching you. So at the moment it's not even a bucket, but it is very close to full. Oh, look at that. 99% just here. I think we can say that's done. There is the slightest piece left. But that is a good bucket load. Actually, it looks more like a silage pit. I won't put anything in there. Where should we take it? I do need a pile. There could still be a designated area, I suppose. What I've done before is I've loaded it straight into a trailer and taken it to a field, but it's a bit too early in the year. All the fields still have crops in. So, unless I can find... well, unless you can put it in here. Can you put it in there? Slurry. It's not slurry. Okay, well, there could still be a storage bay. I might just have to jump out of the machine and take a look. Let me just jump over. Right. Yes. This area here looks like it could be for silage, but I can't see why we couldn't make use of it. We might as well. We have many other silage stores. I'll try it. It won't necessarily accept it. Oh, it is. Good. That must be the place for it then. Perfect. We have the first pile. So, I think on that note, we're going to leave it here. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. And until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.